Hello, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. I'm Crypto. For those of you who are tuning in or are going to catch us a little bit later, we're going to go live for a little while today before it rains. We're down here in the great state of Kentucky, eastern Kentucky. Ain't too sure if we're going to get this rain or not. Really put a damper on getting anything done around here. Been working out here all morning. I'm all sweaty. Thought I'd go live for a little while. See what this weather's going to do. The sun's trying to break through. A lot of work to do down here today. So I'm gonna let it run a little while, go live, and take a look around. Hear that thunder rolling in the background. Well, hello, Nanobot. Thanks for joining me here live while I relax, wait and see if it's gonna rain or not. Thank you, Nanobot. It's a pleasure having you here. I'm gonna be getting back to work doing more cutting down here on the farm if this rain holds back on us. How's your day going? really puts a stumper on us down here. I get about 1 day a week to cut this place. This farm's 23 acres. It's a small one, but it's a handful for a day's work. I have had absolutely no time to get out in the field. I've been working 12-hour shifts 5 days a week, and what little bit of time I do got off, I've been up here taking care of the farm. I'm hoping in the next few weeks it'll die down and we'll go back to eights and be able to get things done. No fun, no play for crypto. A lot of YouTube time. Fill my pipe here. Rest, what's that? Seems like, I go in at 3 in the afternoon, stay out till 3 in the morning. I got an hour drive home. I like to come out here and chat with friends. I sleep a few hours and I got an hour drive to work. So my days on 12s or 14s long. But that's the privilege of living in the South. Everything's a distance away from you. And it's kind of nice to get the overtime in, get that extra cash coming in. Dang wind's blowing. So how's your day going there? No, I'm in eastern Kentucky. I'm on the backside of Lexington, the Red River Gorge area. I am sitting on my farm. It's located in eastern Kentucky down here. I'm probably about 30 miles outside of Lexington on the eastern side, right outside of the Bluegrass region. Very quiet area. It's all farms, horse farms, cattle. That's understandable. We haven't had a whole lot of rain, just enough to keep everything wet enough you can't go out and do anything. Seems it's the pretty days are work days for me, and the weekends it wants to rain. I hope you get to go to the country. It's a wonderful life, and if you don't mind having 30 to 45-minute drives, hour drives, one way, anywhere you go, you'll really get enjoyment out of it. Just to get a soda pop down here is 15 miles to a pop machine. The closest grocery store is about 45 minutes away. The little stores, little mom and pops we got down in here, you could go I could probably get to one of them in about 20 minutes. It's about 16 miles across the ridge here, windy country roads. That'll probably be a live that I do later. Is we'll take a journey on some of these roads that I live on back here, across the creeks that flood when it rains, and it's pretty cool to see. I'd like to get out there and catch it during the rain and videotape or go live crossing the creek in the cars and the trucks. And there you go, fly everywhere. There is actually a farm not too far from me. He's got a helicopter and he flies everywhere he goes. He lands in a big field at the Walmart store, does his shopping, loads his helicopter and flies back. He goes over about 2-3 times a week. I'm wanting to get a Bebop 2 drone. I think that'd be something fun to start doing my lives with. Be able to fly across the Daniel Boone National Forest down here and let people see the countryside from the sky. I've only got to put the boat in the water a couple times this year. And I like to get out there with the grandbabies. They like to ride on the tubes and have some fun. So where are you located at, Nanobot? Oh, I gotcha. I would not mind. That's Washington, D.C. you're talking about up there? Well, Joseph, great to have you here. Hey, Political's here. I'll put my pretty face out there, Political. What do you think of that? Yeah, you're only what? Washington, D.C. is probably about 11 hours from me down here. I've been wanting to come up there and spend a couple days taking a look, touring. Ah, you're not a lady. There you go. It's always a pleasure to have you here, Political. You know, Political, I always thought that I was a well, no, I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna. Oh, I gotta stay clean out here. I can't talk like that. I was gonna say something awful about myself there. Funny, but it's a joke. If I was at work with you, I say some pretty wild things to the guys. But I try not to do it on YouTube. There's a lot of little kids come through out there, and it's always a joy to have them join you and get to mingle and get to see what's going on. Gives me a lot of great ideas for the grandkids and the new toys that they're starting to collect, the little figurines. I think we're going to get a pretty good storm down here in Kentucky. So my work day here on the property is over with. Well, get you something to eat. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. I don't get to do this that often. There's not a whole lot going on down here with the rain coming through. I don't want to get out there and get in the middle of doing something and have a downpour and have to stop halfway through it. I just soon let it go until next weekend. Well, thank you. I always thought my videos were a little silly. I ain't the best at this. It's a lot of fun coming out here though, playing around. Something new to me. I do too. You're a lot of fun to be around. I really enjoy the things you say out there, and you can really get the room going. Hi, Christina. How are you? Political, you've always been a great icebreaker out there, I tell you. And you're funny. I'm doing real good. Can't get nothing done down here today. Still a lot more to do. The weather's coming through. I'm having a hard time and don't want to get caught in it. So the work day here on the farm is pretty much done with. So that gives me some free time. I don't get a lot of that. So what are you into today, Christina? Anything good? Oh, you've been out there working that farm all day too. Dairy, I see. Nothing like that anymore here. 4 o'clock this morning. Yeah, I know what that's like. Farming's a full-time job, and a lot of us hold full-time jobs on top of that. Hopefully you got kids to help you farm down there. Maybe a crew working for you. No days off and no holidays. That is exactly right. When you do take them days off, the catching up is just a major, major work. Hello, Blue Kush. Welcome. Glad to have you here. Well, the day's going pretty good now. We're about to get a good rain in down here. That stops me from doing anything. I can't finish the cutting down in here on the farm. So gives me a chance to come out here and talk to everybody. Houston, Texas. There's another place I would love to come visit soon. You're only about 1,900 miles from me. That would be a lot of fun, political. It really would, to come meet face to face with everybody and get to sit around and chat. Kush, I'm up in the eastern Kentucky, um, Red River Gorge area. You can hear that thunder rolling across the mountains. We may get lucky. This up here on the farm where I'm at, I get a lot of breaks from the weather. There are many Bigfoot down in here. Um, Daniel Boone National Forest is loaded with Sasquatch. And they say there's dogmen here. I myself have never witnessed a dogman yet. Uh, I have witnessed the Sasquatch. I've had encounters with them. Very interesting creature. Very interesting. Yes, I have. The best sighting I ever had was 1987 when I was a young man. My father always told me these things don't exist, and of course, me and him were out about 2:30 in the morning, and we had to stop on the side of the road. And one crossed, come through the woods, sounded like a bulldozer coming through, and crossed right in front of my car. And I saw him as clear as you would a person in front of you. He no more cared about us. He went on across the road and stopped in the tree line. In about 3 steps, went up a hill that I'd be on my hands and knees trying to get up. And ever since then, I've been searching the truth on existence, and that's what got me into zoology and into anthropology and things like that. Gave me a field of study to go into. You could spend a lifetime stomping around in a forest and not know what's standing right there next to you watching you. You hear sounds all the time, and you would have no idea what's going on. You know, you'd brush it off. I did it my whole life. All right, Christina. And even today, you know, there's nowhere in the country, in the wilderness, that I wouldn't go. I'm not afraid to stomp around back there. You're safer in the country than you are in the cities. There's bear, coyotes. We got bobcat, mountain lions down in here. A lot of poisonous snakes. I get a lot of good vocals. I need to do some more work with those with my bionic ear and try to get some more out there where I can amplify them. A lot of them are so faint, they're hard to hear. I carry a gun everywhere I go. This is a gun state down here. It's legal to carry on your hip with a conceal. I carry a 357 Magnum with me, or I'll carry a 45 ACP automatic. Most of the time, it's just in the way. But down in here, about any store you go into, I guarantee you, if you look at the people when they walk by you, you're going to see handguns hanging on just about everybody. I usually keep a 12 gauge riot rifle in my truck, loaded with double-aught buck. I like to call them dust collectors. Well, hello. Glad to have you here with me. So, Pearson, how are you? I'm hoping to go to the Goatman Bridge outside of Louisville. I've been wanting to go up there and see this area where this legendary goat man is supposed to roam. I think it's a bunch of hogwash myself. Um, I'm find it kind of intriguing how many people have died under and on top of this bridge, getting hit by trains or having to jump off or fall off when the train comes through. I've been wanting to go and see this area. They just put like 10-foot fences, what I understand from friends, all around the area on the bottoms, trying to keep tourists out of there. But I think it'd be a cool place to go and spend the night and try to get some, hook my listening devices up and try to get some readings and see if there is something moving up in there. I just ain't had time to go play with that and spend the whole evening. That's about 2 hours from where I'm at. Yes, yes, I was. I was a Marine for 10 years. 1988 is when I joined. Got that jarhead look, do I? You see discipline in my voice? Well, I'm also a supervisor in a steel mill, big steel fabrication company. That thunder's really rolling down in the mountains down here below us. I'd say the gorge is getting a really good soaking. You know, they just stuck a big old statue of Sasquatch up in front of one of the new little novelty stores they got down there. And why they would build a new one, they got these abandoned stores all over the place in the gorge. What's that say? Noi Tabs, hello. I'm really good. How are you doing today? I am glad to hear that. So where are you located at there, Noi Tabs? I was wondering where you're located at. What part of the country are you from? Alberta, Canada. Another wonderful place I have never had the privilege of visiting. I'd like to come up there and do some fishing. Oh, political, you're in Canada. My wife used to visit Canada every year when we first got together with her parents. He would come up there and fish for 2 weeks a year all over Canada. Fishing, I hear, is absolutely wonderful up there. I'm in eastern Kentucky by the Red River Gorge. Yeah, we Daniel Boone National Forest, the biggest wilderness section that runs through our state, crosses from one end to the other long ways from east to west. Then it runs up through Tennessee and it turns into Brake Interstate Park when you get up in West Virginia. Then it's Black Mountains and Cherokee National Forest when you go through Virginia and the Carolinas. So very deep mountains and wilderness is about 30 miles from where we're located. And behind me, you can see on my videos, Chicago. I've never been to Chicago either. I think you'd get a lot of enjoyment. There's a lot to see, a lot to do for you down here, especially if you enjoy the outdoors. Yeah, Chicago, I ain't real fond of the big cities. I do plan on going through New York. I'd like to go see where the World Trade Center once stood. See the Statue of Liberty and things like that. I mean, I've been through the state. I've never actually got to take time to go visit, different locations for sightseeing. We're having some weather issues down here. The mountains does that a lot to me. There's a lot of buffering. We'll lose cell service. And with the storms going on in the mountains right now, it wouldn't surprise me to completely lose YouTube for a while. There's times I'll go an hour without any cell service just from the farm here because of storms in the mountains, clouds. It very well could be on this end. With the storms going on, like I said, in the mountains right around us. It's really raining down there. I don't know if you've ever come to this area of Kentucky, Tennessee, the Carolinas, Virginia. The mountains get a lot of water down here. It rains all the time. Somewhere it's raining. If you've ever been to Gatlinburg, up in the mountains around Pigeon Forge and the Smokies, you'll know what I'm talking about. Starting to get a low battery signal. I've had the phone in my pocket most of the day. Guys, I really hate to cut this video short on you, but I'm getting low battery. My phone's going to die on me here. It's been a real joy having you with me. And Political, I'd like to come see you when you go live. Hopefully you'll do that soon. Well, Farmall,